So before I get started, this video will have a lot of spoilers for Avengers Endgame. So make sure you probably watch that movie, or you just don't care about spoilers, then you could go ahead and watch this video. Now, when I was watching Endgame, I immediately had some questions about what's going on with Spider-Man. In the Marvel Universe, everyone has been dead for 5 years, or dusted, as the Russo brothers say. But when everyone is brought back, and for the most part, the time difference doesn't really matter, my first thought was, okay, Peter Parker is the only character where the time difference does matter, because all of his friends must have finished high school by now, assuming Peter Parker was the only one, and they would probably be in college, sort of like the 90s animated Spider-Man. When we were seeing the clip show of everyone reacting to their dusted family members coming back, we see that Ned seems to be shocked to see Peter. In Spider-Man Far From Home, the trailer, whenever you watch that, it made it seem like it was a prequel to Avengers Endgame, because there's no way Disney would spoil that Spider-Man comes back. I mean, it's very obvious that he would. There's no way they're killing all these valuable characters. But for the kids, they don't really know that. It's kind of weird that Disney didn't put any effort into making it seem like this wasn't an outright spoiler. But, I mean, it doesn't really matter in the end. One of the Russo brothers, who are the directors of the Avengers Endgame, have thankfully clarified what's going on with that, because the next Spider-Man movie is some kind of field trip with all of his friends there. It turns out, very conveniently, not only Spider-Man, but most likely all of the relevant characters we cared about, like Flash Thompson as well, probably got dusted along with Peter, and they all just came back to finish high school. You know, half the life on the planet disappearing didn't cause the world to go into chaos. Russo said this, and I quote, it's kind of a long one. Yes, those people whom was lucky to survive the snap are 5 years older than the people who just got back. The reason Spider-Man saw his friend Ned again in high school at the end was simply because his friends were unfortunately also dusted like Spider-Man was. Of course, there are people in his grade whom didn't die, and they are probably already in colleges by now. End quote. And I think that Russo meant to say fortunately instead of unfortunately, because Peter and his friends are just as lucky as Tony Stark was when he had Pepper surviving with him. Russo also said basically everyone that was dusted had no consciousness during the snap. Basically, everything that's happening has to happen in order to have a Spider-Man movie. You can't have Spider-Man alone with everyone else being older than him. It's just very, very convenient when you view it in the context of most people lost someone. And I mean, I'm still really excited for Spider-Man Far From Home. Like, looking at the trailer again, it seems to me anyways that Mysterio is likely faking the water beasts he's fighting. Since in the comic book, Mysterio is a special effects artist or something like that. Seems likely he's trying to seem like a hero for whatever reason. But, I mean, the movie comes out in 2 months, so we're gonna find out. And clearly there's gonna be some overarching plot. I can't imagine Nick Fury's gonna go all the way down to find Spider-Man just to help him fight Mysterio. Something else is happening. But this movie is something Marvel to look forward to before we get a long drought of no Marvel movies, which I'm sure a lot of people are gonna be very satisfied about. We have been getting a lot lately. It's kind of a strange decision to keep Captain Marvel so close to Endgame, literally 1 month apart. But more so than the movie, I'm looking forward to the big announcement that's going to be happening after Spider-Man Far From Home is released. At least that's the rumor. The announcement is going to be detailing Phase 4 of the Marvel MCU, what movies are planned, and we can probably get a good hint at what the major big bad is going to be. Most likely Galactus, I'd imagine, but who knows? Could even get an Adam Warlock movie. But yeah, I just want to talk about the Spider-Man Far From Home news and some clarification on the Endgame ending. But remember to drop a like and subscribe for more videos just like this. I'm going to be doing some Walking Dead content whenever there's news. And thank you for watching.